Yesterday, anyway, new day, new life. Baby, boom! You just got knocked the fuck out by life. That's why I feel when I'm saying boom, baby, boom. I'm not really saying rise and shine this morning, but my point was that's life punching us in the face. You know, that's life like waking you the fuck up. Like, bam, I'm alive. Boom. What? I just woke up. Boom. Got hit again. Shit. I gotta put my hands up and defend myself at all times. Yup. Defending ourselves, bro. What we doing around here? We're defending ourselves. Mental toughness and doing mental push-ups and preparing ourselves to look at things. It says shine over shade because we got to look at things from a shinier perspective. Got to find the door in an empty room. And a lot of people, they get stuck. It's hard. It's hard to know what you want to do in life. It's hard to know what the future holds. And that puts a lot of people at a disadvantage. They won't move unless they know for certain what the next step will be. And unfortunately, life don't act that way. Life is not as controlled of an environment as we like to pretend. We like for it to just be, hey man, all I gotta do is go to work. I gotta work on me. And unfortunately, we do. We got a lot of work to do on ourselves. It's a thing that you get born, you get no abilities, you get no talent, you get no education. And then by the time you're at my age or when you get older, you're full of experience, you're full of knowledge, and then you're in this body and you're in a wonder, how do I motivate my body? How do I make it do the things that I know I'm supposed to do and act like it's shiny and brand new, but disregard the things that aren't exactly my cup of tea and aren't meant for me? The truth is that we all are seeking pleasure, you know, whether it's from sex, whether it's from travel, whether it's from food. When you go to eat your next meal, do you eat things that you don't like? Of course not. Why would you? Why would you put something in your body that your brain don't like? But if your brain tells you it likes it, all of a sudden the effort and the amount of attention and addiction goes way up. It's that cocaine on a plate. It's that sex on a beach. It's that first kiss. It's very addictive because all those things feel way better than scrubbing a toilet, which you probably should be doing often. Working out, which you probably are doing, but probably not working on those mental push-ups. And then doing the hard work of setting a goal and putting some effort behind it. That's what it's about. Getting to be able to motivate yourself and go, you know, I wish I was good at this. But wishing is one part of the equation. Working is another. I love people. I always say I like people that wish. I love people that work their wish. You know, when you're out there and it's time to work your wish, guess what? That is your opportunity for development. You're saying, I'm not good at this area, but if I put some work on it, I'll be better at it. And that kind of attitude has changed the whole mindset. I've been reading the book even further. We like to think that everybody has natural talents and that they just arrived without no effort. And the truth is, even your heroes are putting in the work. They didn't just fall from the sky with those muscles. They didn't just say the right things without studying. I was listening to some girl on one of the Fresh and Fit podcasts, and the guy's like, ask the girl next to you what continent you're on. And she said, oh, I only make OnlyFans content. Oh, I heard content. No, you didn't hear content. You're just not educated enough to know the word continent. It's not something that your friends bring around or talk about. I'm sure it's something that you studied that one time when you were in 5th or 6th grade, but put it away and said, it's nothing that I need. One of the chicks with her big old titties out said, I don't even know how to spell. I grew up in this bubble, and then I got on this TV show because I was pretty. Listen, Linda, you do need to know how to read. How'd you get the contract? You just signed it? You just kind of just, oh, sure, use my likeness and do whatever you want to do. Yeah, I bet you did. Look at this. They got a little path. How cool is Chalk, man? Oakley, Tatum, Nora. We're going to write our names. And it's so cute. That's what we need to do. We need to learn how to write our own names. little kids this morning. He's like, you don't even know how to spell your own name, calling people stupid. Rude ass little kids with baby kids. They don't die, they just multiply. And they multiply their stupidity by doubling down on something like, do you even need how to spell? I just tell my kids to go to school and make friends. It's like, you only telling them because that's the only level that you have. You never set a goal to be proud of. You always just hanged your titties out and hoped some dudes would drool over it. And that's how you got around. You haven't taught them a skill set. Not shine. Straight up. You throwing shade on people like, I don't even know how to spell. It's like, you're throwing shade on yourself. You're throwing shade on your kids. You're literally shitting on them. Going like, all you need to do is school and make friends. There's the attitude. And I thought about yesterday after we got done talking about the open mindset and fixed mindset. What'll happen is the outside people with fixed mindsets try to convince us, plastic pocket challenge, of their fixed mindset. Straight the fuck up. We're not even around people that believe in us. We're not around people that have seen greatness in themselves, so therefore they keep us fixed in the mindset, in their anger, in their box and prism. And I have a lot of people that are jealous of me, right? I got a lot of people that are jealous that I travel. Oh, must be a nice... I'm like, my life is just like your life. I have a life. I have friends. I have patterns. I do things that I want to do. First Fridays every month, you know, I have a schedule and I try to keep lunches. Met the ex-best friend. I guess I don't have to call him ex-best friend. We kind of iron things out, but I still consider him a friend. You know, I do my social activities, but I also include travel in those activities. Now, I could easily go and buy, like my friend did, he traded his gun for a phone. Now, mind you, his phone's not working really well. So what's the first thing he wants to do? He wants to break the phone. That's right. He wants to throw it when he gets frustrated. I'm like, you just threw away your whole investment. Me personally, right? I'm of the belief that I want to be able to spend my time like I spend my money. I want to spend my time wisely. You know what I mean? I want to put in what I'm getting out. And the only way to do that is by continually putting my priorities first. You know, not my pleasures first. I guess we're gonna have to make a priorities over pleasure shirt. But you know, priorities are important. It keeps us disciplined. If not, we get into hedonism, and all know it's fun to be fucking and sucking and licking and coming. All of that's really fun. And then it's all over. Yeah, eventually your dick doesn't stay hard. Eventually you come and the scene's over. It's a wrap. Everybody wash off your faces. It's time to go home. What home? All I've been doing is fucking and nutting. All I've been doing is playing. And just like the Aesop fables, right? When you're the grasshopper and it becomes winter, and winter does come, now you cold and stuck outside. Without food, without friends, without a preparation. In the end, that's what happens. So you can do all the hedonistic things that you want to do. You can get all the addictions that you want. It's addiction, you know, but coming for preparation, there's nothing that out preps preparation. There's nothing that's going to outdo you doing the previous work. You're not just going to wake up and it's the quick test and now it's time test, and oh my God, my cleavage doesn't know calculus. There it is. And we learn things. We learn ways around things. Like, I can't spell, so I'm going to have somebody else read the contract, or I'm going to go flirt with the lawyer and show him my tits, and then he'll read the contract, or I'll do a sexual favor so I can get a good grade. It's all fine. And that's the knowledge. That's the key. That's the thing that unlocks everything, is us having the ability to retain information. When we start with no information, and now it's time to retain the information. When it's called upon us, and say, hey, what's the answer of, you know, this and that? And you're going to be like, well, last night when I was studying it and I was in the zone and I actually was in the object, in the homework to learn the subject. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was actually trying to learn what I was reading. I was actually trying to absorb it instead of just scanning it and knowing the words, but letting the words come together, right? And formulating them in my brain. That's where it's at. These kids playing. It's the school. School's off, but they're having all sorts of fun. So fucking dope. But that's what we do, bro. We have the opportunity to elevate ourselves and give ourselves. We want to comfortable. It's time to be comfortable. I earned this day. I earned this time off. I don't want to fucking put in work on my day off. Why would I do something like that? And then that's the attitude that we turn things like the word work or effort or energy into a 4-letter word. We turned it into something that if you were special, no one's special. No one's got special talents. No one has it better than you. They just tried harder than you. And that's a real eye-opener. You're just like, what have I not been trying hard on? I've not been trying hard on math. I haven't been trying hard on learning people's names. I haven't been trying hard on my attitude. I'm just expecting to have all the results. I'm just expecting, and this is a big assumption, that I'm going to be special enough when the time comes that I'm always going to hit the shot. I'm always going to shoot the birdie, shoot the hole in one. I'm always going to be on point. And unfortunately, it's not how it works. We were just talking about it in the book, but Michael Jordan came back from baseball and lost the next season. And people were like, you just can't just coast in life. You're going to have to really try hard. You're going to have to get your body and mind into this championship mentality. And what'd he do? The next 3 seasons, they won championships. But the point is that the guy that was doing baseball and concentrating on baseball couldn't come back to basketball and just snap his pretty little fingers, even though he had to work out for it. We love watching the ending. They're just throwing the basketball around. No, you watching that guy? I thought it was an absolute fabulous story, but you're talking about ultimate focus and attitude towards situation. Marshall Faulk not only knew his plays, but knew everybody else's play. Like, he literally worked as a hot dog vendor just so he could see the plays develop in football. And he hated that job. I would hate that job too, but then I'm in this, why'd they do that? And then you sit in this world of, I'm making my mind curious. I'm letting my mind learn something new. I'm not keeping myself absolutely correct. Because then all of a sudden, if I know all the answers, then I have no room for new knowledge. And anybody that doesn't have any room for new knowledge is a poor student. What I'm saying? There's a poor student that doesn't need any more knowledge. And these kids, they got these puzzles. All right, I already got those at home. Lying. Instead of saying this is really difficult and hurts my ego because now I don't look as shiny anymore. We're talking about shine over shade. We don't want to put any shade on ourselves. We want only accomplishments. We only want praise. We don't want anybody to correct our swing. And the guy said, what do you got to lose, bro? You already suck at swinging, right? Plastic Pocket Challenge. What do you got to lose, bro? You already suck at this. And that's the truth of it, is we start to believe it. And we start to believe that all we do is suck. And then we start to believe that everything just sucks because of us. And then all of a sudden, we're not good at anything. And that's when we stop trying. Now think about that. If your energy matched the euphoria of being awesome, if your energy matched the euphoria of being on point when you need it to be, then all of a sudden your energy is in a proper position towards the things that you want. If it's something that we want, like a flavor of food or sex or a person, all of a sudden you got Saint's addiction. I saw myself literally give all my effort at 4 a.m. to find cocaine, all my effort to find a girlfriend and stay up late at bars getting more drunk. All the effort, all the money went all in to the pleasure zone. And when I woke up, next thing I know, I'm throwing up my meals in the morning, trying to brush my teeth, and I'm just throwing up food that's just sitting on the top of my stomach, on top of the alcohol. Going in, I'm fat now. I don't eat regularly, so I'm just going to grab anything that I can, and usually it's sugar. Let me eat a donut for breakfast. I went up to 236 pounds. I mean, I'm not skinny, but man, I feel great. I pretty much kept that kind of weight off. I'm about 220. I hover at 220 all the time, but 236 was about 16 pounds too much. And honestly, it needs to go down about 26 pounds down. I'd love to be at 200, but that would require work. And it's not just a love, it's not just a want, it's not just a wish, it's work. And it's like that simple. Like, sure, just keep saying yes to everything that you want. Now all I need you to do is say yes to all the work it takes to get it. It's pretty simple. But what do we want? We want to be shiny. We want to be perfect. We want to be awesome at every moment. We can't even roll into Walmart without trying to look our best. And there's some people that just stopped and just stopped caring. Guess what? You stop caring, your dreams stop caring too. They're going to die with you and around your deathbed, shaking their head like you were the only one that could pull that off. And you were the only one that could have made that dream lift off the ground. And what did I do? Act more stupidly. Oh, good done day. Oh, good done day. I said it. Let's go. Bless up. Weed on shirts. 3D weed on shirts. Can you see it move? No? No? That's all good. I can see me move. Me move my mind to read a book. That was impressive. Put me in a state of calm that I haven't seen in a long ass time. Got me to a position where I let my calm get away from me. The DMV, talking about some bullshit with a loan. All that shit fucked up my head. And I forgot my laptop instead. That's me. Catching myself losing my focus. Now, at the time, I was getting emotional. It was fucking with me. I was getting anxiety. I was getting frustrated. Breathing. Get this tongue off the top of the roof of my mouth. Unclench my jaw. Breathe. Okay, breathing. But what I wasn't doing is concentrating. What should I be focused on instead of this pile of anxiety? What could I be focused on instead of the stress that I'm feeling? What I should have been focused on is my next meeting and arriving there at a good peaceful position so I could have a good lunch with my friend. That's what it was about. You know, the rest of it is all bullshit that's trying to keep you from your goal. It's going to try to convince you to argue with it. It's going to try to convince you to forget things. It's going to convince you to do everything but the work that needs to be done. And the homie said that. Next time you're trying to concentrate on something, sometime in the book, next time you're trying to learn something new, don't get bored. Don't get hungry. Don't get distracted. We are fabulous at shooting ourselves in the foot. We are fabulous at being distracted. We are fabulous at finding a way out. I don't know how to read. Let me hang out my titties. Sure. How long is that going to work? It doesn't. It's a mask to cover up our deficiencies. How many really good-looking people aren't really that smart? Or how about people that are really that smart don't let you know how smart they are? It happens all the time. We're covered up. Afraid what we might look like to the crowd. And that's what ends up happening. We're in fear of what the strangers that we don't even know might think, so it keeps us from trying new things. It's a very weird thing. It's again like travel. I'm literally traveling in front of you. I got people that said they grabbed other phones so they could see better quality of my photos. Next time you're going, saying, I'm going with you. You know how many times I heard that? Then it's time to go. Oh, we got 6 dogs. Yeah, you got yourself trapped. No kids, 6 dogs, and a hoarding issue. How about the other homie? Oh man, I got my mortgage. I bet you do. I bet you also got Airbnb app and could rent that bitch out, but here we are. If I had to combat you with reasons out of the fear that you're in, you're gonna still try to not capsulize, but capture yourself. It's really weird, but it happens all the time. We keep ourselves in misery. We want to be so right that we'll even prove the point of why we're not successful. Instead of the opposite way of putting a lot of energy, oh yeah, watch me learn piano in a month. Said no one ever. They're going to be, oh yeah, watch me jump from the roof into the pool and put my life in danger and yours. Prove a point. Hold my beer. No one's saying hold my book. No one's saying hold this book and read it. I asked my friend to hand it back. I said, did you read it? He said, no. And I said, okay, well, I did. I thumbed through it the first time, and now it's handed back to me a second time, and I'm glad I did read it. I didn't realize how much of a closed mindset I had been under. Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess you don't know because you didn't read it. That's what happens. What we don't know can hurt us. And instead of spending time of leveling up, knowing ourselves or knowing more knowledge and getting ourselves in a power position, we weaken ourselves. We'll hop on the phones, guilty too, just watching those very addictive content, like myself, that I got to walk out of the house, phone in my hand. That's right. I got to absorb the environment and not the continent. And then be able to see myself come alive. You know, watching my girl, she's not my girl, my love interest, she's like, I'm a plant. She's just out there being quiet and enjoying life. And I thought it was just so sexy and awesome and shiny. I thought it was just so cool. Her doing nothing but just being was the thing, being on this planet. Or these clouds, the sun, there's some sunshine somewhere, and it's our job to find it. We should be shine hunters, you know, and not just in like for clout or for attention, but for literally the shine that we have inside of ourselves. We need to hunt within. It's so easy to look without. We're like, oh shit, as long as I got that vehicle, as long as I got that house, as long as I got that money, my girl's gonna love me. Meanwhile, the girls that we're picking, they're not respecting us, they're not loving us, and they're leaving us. It's not enough. It's not other people to bring it towards you. They can bring all the accolades they want and tell you how awesome you are, or maybe not at all. It's not their job. It's self-esteem. It's our job to make our own steam. We got to self-esteem ourselves up and pump this thing in our lives. You talk about motivation, you're going to have to find it. When you're looking for sugar, I find it. It's total sugar slut. Bro, it dawned on me so fucking hard. I got to mention it every fucking time because I literally had a 2-hour battle with myself in the bed in Brazil, talking myself out of the fucking cookies that were in my bag. Now, mind you, I didn't notice this till then, but 42 years of age. Fucking Mark Saint, bro, you are a sugar slut. You are a sugar slut. You will look for sugar in your head and go around inside the house and in the cabinets and start identifying how many fruit roll-ups are left, how many Pop-Tarts can I eat, where's the sugar, slut, and there's never enough. I start finding it. And if it was shaped like cocaine, people would be like, since it's sugar, it's more popular and kids can get involved. Then they're about it this morning, sneaking the Pop-Tarts. Fucking kids, man. They're right on the fucking sugar train too. So we find the things that we like. We find the people that we like doing them with. I love smoking weed. I like it even more when I smoke with my friends. Do we talk? Probably not. We're probably on our phones. We probably disassociate and fly off into our own imagination. But guess what? At least we smoke together. And that's what we do. Birds of a feather flocking together. So why is it so important to find people that want to flock to motivation? People that are driven. People that have the energy to do the things that you want to do. If you wanted to go kayaking, do you have a double with you? Do you have someone else in the back to paddle with? Do you have somebody else to go with you at 6 a.m.? My friend, Kimmy, Domahytrix, you can order her online. Hurt so good after. Domahytrix got all the little strippers from Spearmint Rhino, and none of them showed up. Like 2 out of 6 called her to cancel, but none of them showed up. And that's where it's at right now. It's like no one's showing up in their own lives. You said you were going to do it. You had a want. How much energy do you put in to turn that want into a need, into a have? How much energy are you going to put in till you have it? Without stealing it, without faking it, without injecting it. What are you going to do? You don't want to do the squats, so you rather go down into fucking Mexico, get kidnapped and killed for a Brazilian butt, tummy tuck, whatever. Your ego just got you killed. You would have never been in Mexico if it wasn't for some superficial, stupid shit. But that's where we're at. We see big titties, and she don't even know how to read, and we'll say, hey, All I got to do is hang my titties out of a tank top, keep them right to the nipple, and just do porn and get on TV. Simple life, right? We don't calculate that they had to sleep with Hugh Hefner at 90 years old. We don't calculate the damage because they wrote a tell-all book afterwards. Isn't that right? What's your name that fucked on film the first time, the launched porn career? Or not a porn career, but Pamela Anderson, when people could put porn on the internet and everybody would see your videos, leak sex tapes. They are the ones that were the original sex tape. And I'm not sure they're even like the original sex tape, but that's the one that we know as of in the internet world and blew up and got viral. I mean, they're almost the inventors of viral. But the other people, I'm sure there was salaciousness. I'm sure there was distractions. I'm sure there's hedonism. And trust and believe, sometimes it's like that. You know, it's about to be summertime. It's springtime right now. Kids are on spring break. You can do what you want to. Every time. And that's when Saints Addiction arrived. I could do what I wanted to. I just had to be careful what I wanted. And there's so much want out there that give me like these kids do. Give me, please, you know, a little effort, a little gratitude, a little acknowledgement before you're just giving things. Here's a fucking Ferrari. Why is it not given to you? Because you wouldn't respect it. And it's way too expensive to replace for you to just try it. We want you to die for it. That's right. We want to see you die for what you believe in. We want to see you give all your effort. We want to see you give up sleep. We want to see you give up comfortability. We want to see you give up something of sacrifice. Can you spell sacrifice? Can you say sacrifice? And until you do, that's what it's going to take. Some sacrifice. And that's the amazing part right there. Everybody has something that they want. You know, they want their health. They want to look good. Maybe they want to look good more than their health, you know? Maybe they just want money and to fear less. But most of the time, they stay in their house fearing the next bill that's going to arrive or create problems inside their own heads. That's us, dude. That's us. Looking around for fear, fearing the fear, but thinking about fear and watching fear all the time. It's like staying up late to watch those fucking true crime videos. Do you know what I mean? Like, talk about a diet of the mind. You're a lone single woman, all frail and small, world, big bad world out there, and the thing you want to bring inside your warm, safe nest is cereal. And I wonder what you think is going to happen next time you're around a man. Are you going to feel completely safe? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I told Kimmy. I was like, bro, you're talking about these dudes' job to make you feel safe? It's your job to make you feel safe. That's what I'm saying, self-esteem. Safe esteem, bro. Like, self-safe. Make it happen. Make that shit happen. Why don't you go take some Krav Maga classes? You got a gun, now you feel a little bit safer, but that's kind of easy. When the person broke into your house, you didn't reach for your gun. You were stunned. And now you're talking about getting a dog. Well, now you're going to get a dog, but then you won't get to travel. Looking for easy ways out instead of finding the work to make it done. Just get that shit done. Seriously, chip away. I don't care what it is. Just chip away. At least you're in activity mode. When you're in action, Jackson, your whole world increases. You're going to meet new people. You're going to be in new places. Your energy will be in a new spot, interacting with new energy. Therefore, you absorb it. What's the word? Not myopically. What is it? When you absorb things, osmosis. So there it is, dude. I wanted you guys to have it. It's your morning motivation. On my heart from the start. Saints Addiction, peace and love. And as always, Chi-gathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.